What's good? Generate Talent here. I'm talking about 4 buys that we're making prior to the draft. We're about 2 weeks away from the NFL draft, and I'm going to be talking about 4 players I'm trying to pluck prior to then, just to help my bench or maybe give me some support. These guys, some of them will be starters, some of them will be waiting on to see if there are some big point values coming. So the first one I'm going to talk about, I know he's not the most exciting player to some. We have a lot to say about his off-the-field abilities for sure. But before coming to Cleveland and Houston, if you don't remember, this guy was fantasy quarterback 2, fantasy quarterback 4, fantasy quarterback 5. Now that's when he was running for about 400 or 500 yards. I don't expect that to happen. But the passing, he's a great passer. So I think that can get reignited again, just with the Browns looking for something to build upon. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is the answer. I don't think anyone did. He fell in the draft. We didn't really see too much last year that really sells us. They made their big play for Watson. It hasn't worked out at all. Off the field, I think he went to Israel and got baptized, so he says he's a new man. And that's usually what they want to see before you come back in and get your good graces. So here we go, DeShaun Watson. Just banking on his previous success, if Cleveland gets a Carnell Tate, which I think they're probably going to at 6, or another receiver that's going to support in the offense, DeShaun Watson will finally have a little help in that Cleveland offense, and I think he's going to take that job. So this is kind of a 50-50 toss-up, but I think he's better than Shedeur Sanders, and I think there's going to be much more of an opportunity for DeShaun Watson with the new receiver rather than trying to build a core with Shedeur. Next one up. This is a quarterback. He's not my favorite, but I just feel like he's undervalued. I think there's a lot going on with Jordan Love that we can like for sure. Okay, with Jordan Love, currently has been quarterback 15, quarterback 17, and quarterback 5. That's dating back the last 3 years. 5 definitely being the outlier. But he could be a middle of the range quarterback in Superflex. If he's your second guy, that's great. So with Jordan Love, he threw for about 3,300 yards the last 2 years, 23 touchdowns, 25 touchdowns. That was without his number one receiver in Tucker Kraft. Christian Watson also, we know the story with him. He's been hurt more than he's been healthy. They paid a lot of money to go to the Wisconsin University to figure out what's going on with Christian Watson. He looks to be healthy again. We'll see. You know how that goes. If you're a Christian Watson fan, he's actually going to be on this list too. But I like where we're at with Jordan Love. I think the Golden experience is going to get a little better. He has the tools. I think he can be a top 15-plus quarterback and going at the value of like 20. So there's some value to be had there. And if he has a couple hot games, you could sell him off, which is a beautiful thing too. So Jordan Love there is another quarterback I'll be targeting to support my team. Next one up is another Watson, another Packer. We got Christian Watson, probably the most athletic player on the field every time he touches down, but obviously plagued by injuries. Is this finally the year? He'll be 27 to start the year, the football season. Not the year, but the football season he'll be 27. And we know he's super athletic. He does backflips after scoring. Maybe you could chill out on that. But this guy could be a top 15 receiver talent just if he plays the games. Is another story. I'm going to bet that he has close to a full season this year, which is kind of crazy. But let's pull up what he's been doing. And currently he's in the tier with DJ Moore in the F tier. Okay, and So Christian Watson in the last 2 campaigns, his last 2 years, he's played 10 games and 15 games with about 600 yards. He did score 6 touchdowns last year, which was as high as he's scored since his rookie year in 2022. So what are we expecting from him currently at wide receiver 36? Where do we see Watson finishing here? I think he's going to be in the top 20. Again, if people are valuing him in your league as a top 20 receiver, stay away. But if they're giving him that true wide receiver 36 where they have him in fantasy flock, I'm buying. You still have a couple quality years here before the drop-off in receivers. So maybe Watson can have his couple prime years here, the post-hype sleeper. And his being due to injuries. He has always looked the part, just not being able to stay on the field. So Christian Watson, a big one I'm chasing, a wide receiver 36. If you can cash some value in there, pay for him at that kind of range, great. And that's what I'm saying about these players. Don't pay for them where we're hyping them up to be. Pay for them where everyone else has them, and then that's where we squeeze the value out. Last but not least, this is one I made a big trade for, and I'm continuing to trade for, Travis Hunter. We saw 2 days ago that Travis Hunter was reportedly going to be all cornerback once again. This is kind of echoing a report from about a month ago, but now it's on Rap Sheet, Ian Rappaport. Travis Hunter today actually tweeted Ian Rappaport, and he said, "Where'd you hear this? This is not," pretty much echoing that this is not true. Thinking Travis Hunter, right? He wants to be paid as a receiver when he finally gets to that payday. Receivers get way more than corners, so it's understood why he would want to keep that wide receiver tag even more than the corners. Jacksonville needs corners. I'm not convinced that they're not trading Brian Thomas Jr. He's never worked out with Trevor Lawrence very well. He had most of his success with Mac Jones. I just don't think Brian Thomas Jr. fits in. Liam Cohen's the offensive guy. He moved up to draft Travis Hunter. You think he wants to just put him on defense when he was an offensive first type guy and he drafted this guy? No chance, man. Buy your Travis Hunter now. He's going to be 23 by the time the season starts. This is a big buy low. He's going to be fruitful in his return. And it's just too easy at this point when everyone's already like, oh, you're playing in an IDP league. Why would you pick him up? This is a big play. Pick up Travis Hunter now. He's my favorite on the list. Go get him. There's a big, big comeback train coming for the Travis Hunter owners. I want you to be one of them. This has been Generate Talent. I appreciate you watching. Peace.